Good evening, everybody. Good night, or no, good evening, I think is what you say when you say hello.
Talking Dirty
with Maestro.
Not just numbers,
not just stats.
it's about what they mean.
I'm going to send to you the information.
Talking Dirty.
And welcome to Talkin Dirty with your boy. Me. What's up, fam? How we feeling today? How's everything going? Hopefully everybody's doing well. Again, thank everybody for all your shout outs, all your positive words, and what's been going on here this week with me getting a chance to be on SimWorld today. And it's been fun learning a lot. Just trying to keep that game going, and who knows, maybe one day when you guys get tired of giving me work, I'm looking at you, Coach, you know who, and you, Kai, you know who, and call you guys a labor department, man, giving your brother work. Anyway, whatever. No, it's all good. So here's the deal. This tournament coming up this weekend, the SimWorld Global Hoops Challenge, gotten a lot of play just because there was no tournament last week. And the idea, I've already told you who I'm looking at is going to go deep, but I want to really give a look at a couple other teams for a couple of different reasons. I know I've talked about Dara Storm with SimWorld Africa, his ability to make steals, his ability to be disruptive, how important that is. I'm going to just dive into that just a little bit here right now. So what happens in a steal is called a quick turnover, forced turnover change, depending on which coaching system that you're looking at, which coaching system you're learning. So this is going to be a shout to all the prepsters who want to make this a part of your game. So back in the day, I did a pod letting you know the best way to get a steal, and that is you catch the ball off the bounce. Some of the best people at being able to get steals is as soon as the ball hits the ground, that thump, you should do an immediate reaction. Boom, boom. It should be like that. Bounce, go. And that hand motion, because that's the one point where the offensive player or the person with the ball has the least amount of control. Trying to catch it coming out of the hand, there can be a reaction, you can get a foul. But as soon as it hits the floor, free ball bounce up, boom, boom, and you get that timing, that doom, doom, you're able to get your hand in on the ball and able to disrupt the play. And Dara Storm is really good at doing that. And that's why I see him giving so many people, especially this weekend, the fact that he'll have pretty much all day, right, to get his timing together, to get his flow together, because when you're that good, it's more about what you're doing than necessarily what the other person is doing. So that's going to be really good to see. On the other side, you look at the teams that will bring in an offensive force, right? So let's talk about your people. Let's talk about, somewhere Europe, since it is the global challenge. With Ty Merka and the Ivanov and Suslov pairing. That is such a strong setup there with those three athletes. Again, a little bit more in detail. I know the record is not what you say it is. I know I said that before. But coming back to it, right, what Suslov and Ivanov are able to do, that sort of twin tower comparison, and I've made it a billion times. So you look at the days of you seeing two very effective bigs, both with ball handling skills and passing skills. Like you can see them and have seen them in runs in games before where they're pushing back and forth. And they're basically running the break as the 2 and the 3, which means the middle person of the break or the first person of the break and the third person's person who actually gets the finish. So those who've been able to do that certainly makes you look at, regardless of what SimWorld Europe's record is, that they have an opportunity to do what? Be extremely disruptive and pushing the play and getting everybody to move forward as the tournament goes on during the day. And then we're going to look at some other players as we talk about it on the other side.
Thank you for listening to the Maestro. Want to get involved? Bring it.
Drop in discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops.
If you have the brain, join as a coach. If you have the game,
join as a player.
see the game,
Be
be the
the
game.
game.
Now, back to the maestro.
Maestro.
Sorry. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And welcome back to Talkin. So the other two teams that I don't really give a lot of time to, Latin America and Oceania. Latin America with Cristobal Hogan and Pablo Guzman are that team that everyone should be nervous about because of their ability to just get dirty. Their ability to be so active and hyperkinetic within a play that whatever your scheme might be, whatever your thought might be, those two players, and specifically, I'm just going to lean on Pablo Guzman for a minute here. His ability to kind of be in the last place you think somebody's going to be, I think is a plus. And that is going to give him an opportunity this weekend to give his team, which is a move it type of offense. You know, they rely on their athleticism, they rely on their speed to get up and down. Not that they're not good in the half court setting and the semi transition setting, but his ability to do that will give his team an opportunity to force every other team into a foot race in which they might not necessarily be matched for. And if they're not matched for it, that's going to make it extremely problematic to sort of hang with the Latin America team as they get you up and down the court. Oceania with Kyron Taylor. Yes, there's a lot of other talent on that team. Yes, there's a lot of other abilities on that team, but I'm going to specifically look at him because in my mind, regardless of the numbers, he's the player through which all their game is going to go through. And not merely as the focus, but as the catalyst. And again, this is a little bit different in that we don't have a true Batman, Robin, even though that's not a good analogy, situation there with Oceania. We have a new structure, a new awareness, a new setup in that as Chiron is going to go, so will Oceania. Now, that does not mean that if he has a bad day, which is highly unlikely, but it's not meaning that if he has a bad day, that Oceania is not going to do well. What it means is their bridge to overcome any bad day Chiron might have is just a little bit steeper. And that's not a bad thing. Why? Because coaches want to see their players push that extra step, that extra move, that extra thing past where they are, and also give them an opportunity to do what? Make the entire team better. And as the entire team gets better, then the one thing that's going to come out of that is what? A stronger team. Duh. Past that without studying. So the reality for Oceania is to see how they're going to play through this game, see how they're going to play through this move is going to tell us a lot about what their first two games or their first game is going to, I think, tell us a lot about how what's going to happen in the second game. And then lastly, of course, we talked about my Ninja Turtle, Leonardo Fields, along with Oliver West with APAC. The other team that I already said, I believe, like right behind Atlantis is somebody to look for. Those players, again, give and take, very powerful within the flow of the game, can take over the game when necessary. And they don't have to do it for extended stretches because of the talent and the ability that is on APAC and what they're able to do. So this Saturday is going to be a lot of fun. This tournament's probably been covered more in terms of the prep universe, more so than any others, just because of the timing of everything. But you know the deal. Holla at your boy. Tell me what you're thinking about. Tell me what you want to think about. Tell me how you want to think about it. Gonna talk prep. Gonna get it happening. Got some more stuff coming up for you with some more shorts. Got some video from some open runs. Got some players I really want to talk about, and hopefully kind of fill your cup on a little bit as even we go through this weekend. Looking forward to the calls. Looking forward to all your feedback. You know what the deal is. Never let Jason Bourne borrow your car.
Like, I need to talk to somebody.
Thank you for listening to Maestro.
Thank you again for checking out Maestro. Drop a tag below and give us a piece of your mind. See you next time.
Well, thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.